This 24 movement seems to be rather difficult. How long did it take for you to become proficient as you are with it? And do you plan on making videos with that with a little easier form?
Well, it's interesting you'd say that. The 24 movements, they're actually easy, and it's we who make them difficult. They're so easy that our Western mind can't quite comprehend the whole idea of moving softly, moving slowly, and doing things the easy, soft way. So I think that's what's hard about Tai Chi, is learning to let go. The forms themselves are simple and easy, but they elude most Westerners, at least in the beginning, because of their simplicity. We're addicted to complexity, and we have a way of making things that are simple, very complex and very hard. So most of the movements in and of themselves are pretty simple. What is also elusive is the subtleness, because you're learning something for the very first time, kinesthetically maybe. Well, not for maybe the first time. Some of you might be athletes. I know the last time I learned in this manner was probably when I learned to ride a bike. You don't learn it by reading about it or someone telling you about it. You learn it by doing it over and over and over and over. And what you do is you develop what we call muscle memory. So that takes time. And to answer your question, it took me 3 years to really integrate so that I wasn't just following teacher or watching the video. I was actually feeling the chi energy move my body where it wanted my body to go. There's a point in our Tai Chi practice where we no longer do Tai Chi. Tai Chi does us. And that's a moment of bliss, because it's the moment when you really release control, at least in that situation. And it's doing, not doing. There's still action, you're still moving, but you're no longer the doer. You've switched gears into human being, from human doing to human being, and you are with that flow of energy. And that can often translate into the rest of your life, if you are willing, if you allow it. You may find Tai Chi translating into everything you do, from cleaning the house to running a business meeting. It is a way of being.
You mentioned doing it over and over as a method of learning it. Is that why you've created this video the way you have? And what would be the advantage of a DVD over a VHS as far as repetition use of it in learning it?
Repetition is core. I don't know that I have any preference. I think that's what you'll find out, Gary, in being my producer, that maybe DVD format is going to be better for the student. I don't know. I just know that you need to repeat, whether you're with the teacher or watching it or looking in a book or remembering it. It's the practice. Tai Chi in, Tai Chi out. You know, if you don't put in the time, you aren't going to get the result. It's like anything else. It takes a long time to learn to come undone. We are tightly wired, most of us, more than we know. Stress is the culprit in our society, and we live in it like fish in water, and we don't even know that we're gripping the steering wheel too tight, that we're brushing our teeth way too hard, we're sharpening our pencils with way more energy than we need. Intensity and stress, being stuck in what is called fight or flight, the sympathetic part of our nervous system, some of us to the point where we can't even go to sleep at night. The button's been pushed on, the chemicals have been produced, and once you have those hormones moving through your body, it is very difficult to get into a relaxation mode and turn this off and go to sleep. So Tai Chi is valuable in helping us bring balance of all sorts to our lives. Physical balance, emotional balance, mental balance, psychological balance, and for me at least, I'll speak for myself, some spiritual balance. There is a feeling of being deeply connected to spirit when I feel that energy moving through my body. I believe it's the same energy that moves through all living creatures, through you and me and everyone, and through trees and water and ducks, and here they come to see what we're doing. So it does bring everything into balance, and to deepen into your practice, repetition is one of the key things. And that's a challenge for Western mind. You know, we think, oh, I've taken 12 lessons, I'm done with that, let's go do the next thing. You haven't even begun to tap into the world of Tai Chi with your first set of lessons. That's just the bare beginning of being introduced to a whole new world. So it was about my 5th or 6th year that I really felt what's called the Dantian, which is the field of good medicine, the center of the body. Approximately 3 inches below your navel and 1 inch inward is this Chi reservoir. And when you finally are able to be aware of it in a very deep way, you can feel it direct your body from the middle of your body, which is what happens, I guess, to athletes when they're in the zone. And just being able to bring your attention, your awareness from here down to here. There are actually 3 dantians, upper, middle, and lower. And most of us are pretty good in the upper. And a lot of us have our heart open in the middle one. But a lot of us have lost our relationship and our connection to our own body. We treat it as well, we either ignore it or treat it as an enemy. Particularly if it starts to fail, it does become the adversary, the enemy. So when you study Tai Chi with me, you learn to reconnect to your body deeply in a very loving, compassionate, if not downright friendly, considering your body your best friend. You learn to acknowledge your body and heal it yourself. Not that you won't need a doctor, they're going to be your partner, but you're going to be able to do a lot of your own inner healing.